Hey everyone, welcome back to UFOs and Strange Things. I'm gonna have some UFOs and I'm gonna have some strange things. As usual, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. All these pictures were from my wife's phone. I just use hers from that one because mine doesn't take as good as pictures as hers. And as usual, I have the main picture and then all the stuff that was in it in that picture. So on this one, I had to go back and look at my old video to make sure it wasn't the same picture, but there was the streak across the whole thing, and there was a lot of stuff in it. I've got a total of I think 19 pictures of what was in that cloud. This or streak. This one is more pentagon shaped. This one that's here is kind of partial pentagon, but more of a diamond. You'll see it here in a second with the color enhance. The ones that I color enhance, the reason I do that is to make it so you guys can see it a little bit better. This next one coming up is going to be, if you look closely, you'll see most of these have circles around them. And you'll see the white in the middle and then the circle around it, or it'll be the opposite. The one on the left seems to be more pentagon than the one on the right. But like these, if you look at the far right one, it has that clear circle around it. Um, and there's one that I couldn't, like kind of like this one on the top right. It kind of looks like a yin and a yang. How one of the ring is lighter and the dot is lighter on the other ring. It blew me away how many things were in this one photo. Uh, Here's another one. I'm kind of talking about the yin and the yang, how it's reversed the white dot with the black ring and the white ring with the black dot. Or I guess not black, more blue. What's this next one? This one's kind of hard to see, but it looked like more of a triangle with, I don't know exactly, the triangle kind of odd shape. This one's pretty cool. This one has a little diamond in the middle of it. The note coming up. This is the more yin and yang. On the picture, when I first started screwing with it, it was easier to see. It's kind of hard to see these here. The color change, you can almost see the outside of the circle, and the one on the left is the blue, or excuse me, the one on the right is the blue in reversed. Here's another one that I changed the color so you can see it better. This one I thought was more interesting. That was towards the top. It doesn't look like any of the other ones. That one seemed to have more of a square shape. There's a black dot right in the center of this one. There was a bunch of these little black and white things throughout the whole thing, like always, and I only took a couple pictures of those out of the main pictures because you guys don't really just want to sit here and look at a bunch of black dots. This one I thought was really weird. It's almost like a grid. You got the ones going at an angle to the right and the other ones coming at an angle downwards on the left. This is another one that was in straight going down the center. This is the last picture of that. I'm not quite sure what caused this. I mean, you're just looking at one, two, three, four, five possible rings, and then the weird little, I guess, path through the smoke or clouds or whatever the hell they're spraying. Also, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, we have some fruit trees in our front yard, and we have a walnut tree in our front yard, as well as some plum trees and a whole bunch of crap. Anyway, the walnuts are about the size of a grape, and the apple trees have a 16th of the apples that were there last year. The cherry trees have produced nothing, nothing at all. It is insane. The plum trees last year were so heavy that they were breaking the branches, and this year there's I don't know 20, 30 of them on there. These things grow wild between my neighbor's house and our house, and there's thousands of these plum bushes, and hardly any of them have fruit. If any of you that listen to this have noticed that your fruit trees or gardens aren't doing that well this year, if you could send them to me, I'll have my email address in the description below. Um, yeah, I think it's kind of trippy. They, I'm pretty sure with all the spraying that they've done, they've screwed up everybody's crops. If that's the case, fruit, fruit and vegetables are going to go through the damn roof. We're going to have a major issue. Anyway, here's a picture coming up that my wife took yesterday. Just the one. It has a few things in it as well, but as you can see on the left, that we have no idea what that is. I played with it and messed around with it, and this is obviously just the picture. I blew it up. Couldn't tell what it is. We didn't see it. Here's a black thing that was in there. But anyway, that first picture, we didn't. She didn't see that before she took the picture, and then she looked at her picture and like, "What the hell?" Because she saw something else in the clouds that looked more like a, I guess like a beach ball squished. and a little bit flatter on the sides. This one, it was hard to tell what it is. It's kind of right in the center. You got two little dots, or three little dots. Here's another one that has three dots. Yeah, that thing that was in that last picture was pretty odd. Here in a minute, see where the water, or not water, excuse me, the sunflower is. You'll see a close up on that because it looked really weird. It had rings inside of it. I mean, the sunspots always look kind of strange. Here's three. There's two right in the center, one to the left of that. Here's something else that was towards the top right of that picture. And there's the next one. You're gonna see is a closer up of it. I really can't tell what that is. It's obviously not a bird, or a plane. It's just the wrong shape. Here was another thing that was right above that. There was a lot of things in that picture. We got four more of this. Now this one, the white dot's in the center, and the other stuff is mainly just from blowing up the picture. This one, you can see kind of like I wouldn't know how to explain that, a little zigzag type thing, but more fluent. This was obviously right below the sun. Let's see what's the next one. This one is kind of in the center, a little to the left side. It's not that easy to see, but I didn't want to dink with the coloring on that one because it would have made it just kind of vanish because there was so much stuff around it. Now that picture that you just saw was the first picture of this set. Now there is about 10 things in this one, mostly lit up like this. There was a couple black ones, but not very many. That one's pretty pointed. Looked more like this. I don't know. I looked at it and looked at it, and I was like, I'll throw it in there and get your guys' opinion. Here was another one that was on the lower part of that sun. We've been catching a lot of these ones around the sun mainly. I try to at least get a shot or two every day, right directly at the sun, because that's where most of this stuff is. It's easier to see when the sun is reflecting off the metal ships. This one was a little odd. It's a little off center. I'm not sure if that's anything. Like your guys' opinion on that. Here was another one. Like I said, I'm trying to keep most of these in the. I don't want to do a whole lot of black ones. Like this one, there's possibly three in the upper left corner. There's possibly three more over in the upper right corner. Possibly, who knows. Now, I guess this is the one I was talking about with the weird part, like this. This was the sunspot, and all these weird little circles around it, and a white dot. You can see that right in the center. This next one's going to be in the upper left corner, and then the next one is going to be in the lower left corner, a little bit above the house. There's another one coming up by the house that was by the another one down by the gutter. That one's pretty self-explanatory. There might be one over in the left, but the white ones are more easier to discern and get shape versus the black ones. Just look, a lot of them just look like a black triangle or a rectangle or just a black blob. This is another one that was in the upper, or excuse me, lower left of that main picture. And then this one is obviously right below the sun. Anyway, thank you for watching. Once again, if you guys could send me any videos, pictures of UFOs, strange things, anything that is odd and is tasteful. If you like this show, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. You guys have a great one and enjoy the rest of your summer.